And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, making his way to the cage from Hawthorne, John Robles.
John Robles, weighing in 135 pounds, 7-4 as a professional. He started out his career 7-1, 5 in a row, and then made 7-1. He went up in a level of competition, fought in some bigger shows, World Series of Fighting, RFA. It didn't quite go his way. Now he's back to Badbeat, trying to set his career back on the winning track.
Yeah, John's got some good experience, man. He's a good all-around fighter. I started following John about a year ago in his career because I was interested in it, and he's been doing great, man. He's a guy that changed locally. He's over at Systems. He's training with a couple of guys from Black House now and then as well. Like I said, this is a fight that might have been a sleeper on a card. I think this fight doesn't have these two fighters alone probably sold a majority of tickets over here at this fight. And again, I think the crowd's going to be very into these two.
Obviously, Hawthorne, California, not far from where we're sitting right now in Commerce. Expect the roof to get blown off if we see a big finish here tonight at Badbeat 15. That's where we're at, Commerce, California, Badbeat 15. RJ Clifford, Alan Joe Band, taking you through tonight's festivities. It's been fun so far, lots of finishes, a lot of great mixed martial arts being shown. Still got a great main event at 155 pounds waiting for you later on in the evening. Darren Smith taking on UFC veteran Chris Saunders. But here's a tail of the tape of the bout that we have right now. 5'7" for John Robles, 5'9" for Rob Gooch, both weighed in roughly 135 pounds. Like you said, two locals, Hawthorne versus Woodland Hills. Gooch Trading Academy, but like you said, still goes to Saxon Muay Thai and tries to extend himself, is Rob Gooch. All right, let's get this party started. Let's go out to Joe Martinez, the cage announcer.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds, bantamweight action, and introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background's in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighed in officially 135 3/4 pounds. In 5 professional bouts, his record stands at 3 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Woodland Hills, California, here is Rob Gooch. And across the cage stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in 135 1/2 pounds and brings a professional record that stands at 7 victories and 4 defeats. From Hawthorne, California, here is the professional bully, John Robles. Referee in charge of the action is Herb Dean.
The one and only Herb Dean, the third man in the cage tonight. Bantamweight fight, 135 pounds, Rob Gooch versus John Robles. Robles, the more experienced, twice as many wins, twice as many fights, but Rob Gooch welcomes the challenge, and we're underway.
Yeah, I think this is an exciting matchup between these two. This is probably a step up for Rob in competition. We'll see how he handles it.
Rob Gooch in the black, John Robles, the more experienced fighter, in the red. A lot of movement by both fighters, very light on their feet.
Good combo for Rob.
Well, Robles might have stunned him a little bit, or excuse me, Gooch might have stunned him a little bit.
Wow, good head kick by Rob. Both men staying right on the edge of the pocket, throwing crisp strikes right here.
Yeah, that left head kick already finding its mark a couple times for Gooch. Gooch sounds like the nickname of the sidekick in a 1980s comedy.
Well, he won't soon forget it with that tattoo on his back.
Sure. Gooch slinging Robles over to the cage with the front headlock, and now back to the center they go.
Yeah, both guys tallying for position there. Pretty even matchup so far. Both guys looking very crisp, though. Might have been a low blow there. Kind of waves it off. Good mutual respect amongst both of them.
Yeah. Looks like Robles is all right. Herb Dean calls a brief stop to it, give Robles a chance to recover. He has 5 minutes to recover from a groin strike. It looks like he won't need much of it at all, though. They touch gloves and start again. John Robles, Rob Gooch.
Rob doing good with the head movement, staying just out of John's range. And way to circle out off of the cage.
Nice short right hand by Gooch, finds its mark. Now he's got Robles against the cage, and it's Robles circling away. Both of them jockeying for position. The elbow is coming from Gooch. Robles circles out.
Yeah, great job by Gooch breaking away with that quick right elbow.
You hear a small outburst from the crowd every time Gooch throws that left head kick.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are looking really sharp. Not many mistakes made by either of them yet. Rob needs to be careful. He's getting a little careless, dropping his right hand when he throws his left hook.
Robles now with the left kick, mimicking his opponent. Nice entrance by Gooch, faking the knee and turning it into a right straight.
Yeah, Gooch has really been pushing the pace so far this fight. He finds himself on the cage now. Let's see if he can get his back off. And he's off, turns it around. Let's see if he can land some strikes. Good high knee right there. And a good sweep from the plumb position.
Gooch just kind of muscling Robles down to the floor from the tie clinch. And now he's on top, not letting go of the front headlock. And it's Gooch on the offensive, but he slips from a head kick. Robles lets him up.
Both guys trading, the crowd chanting furiously. Gooch is going to secure two double underhook. Rob smartly gets his arm in, swings off the cage.
Yeah, Gooch very close to a takedown, where Robles able to spin out and keep his head.
Absolutely.
Nice entrance by Robles, lands the right hand.
Yeah, good hook straight by Rob. Good shot by Rob, throwing that elbow with no setup. Just throwing the elbow in there, hoping to get lucky.
A very diverse attack by both guys. We've seen takedown attempts, elbows, kicks, knees, punches, high,
Definitely.
low.
Yeah, very entertaining fight so far in the first round.
That left hook by Robles continues to find its mark. Gooch doesn't really seem to be wearing any trouble from it, but Robles has landed at least 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, Rob really needs to stop getting careless, or be less careless with keeping his right hand up. I saw it dropping a little bit earlier in the round, and John starting to find a home for it later in the round.
Well, good luck scoring that one. It was back and forth. Rob Gooch and John Robles at 135 pounds. Both fighters have found a strike that works for them. Both fighters have found very multi-varied attacks. You almost feel like it was a feeling out round, but it was very offensive.
Yeah, no, I'm very impressed by both guys so far. In the early rounds, I was excited for this fight to see how these guys would match up against each other, and it turned out to be a great matchup. Great job by the matchmaker. Both guys looking very good. I'm very impressed by Rob. Like I said, I thought this was a step up for Rob Gooch fighting John, and he's handled it so far pretty well. And I want to say I kind of lean towards Rob Gooch in that first round, landing a couple cleaner strikes.
Let's take a look at the replay from that first round. There's that left counter hook by Robles. That was that knee turning it into a right straight. Great job of getting Robles his hands to drop for that knee. Gooch follows it up with the right straight. And the knees from the tie clinch, and it's just ragdolling Robles to the canvas. Very competitive, very entertaining first round. We'll see if the second round is just as much fun as the first. Second round scheduled for 3. Right hand lands by Robles. Nice It's Robles on the offensive. Overhand right lands.
Yeah, John comes out looking very confident in this round, landing a couple strikes.
Gooch pumping that jab.
Yeah, doing a good job with it. I think he needs to continue with that game. Pop the jab, pop the 1-2. As long as he's keeping that right hand up, and then he can diversify his attack a little bit more.
Gooch seems to be fighting as the longer striker. He's got the head kick, he's got that jab. Nice leg kick, stumbles Gooch a little bit.
Yeah, he's landed in that same spot a couple times. It might be starting to hurt Gooch. Again, landing with that jab. Looks like John's starting to bleed from the nose a little bit.
Starting to wear the leather. You can see the blood of Robles on the left hand of Gooch. You can tell which strikes are landing just by where the blood is on his hands.
John's starting to look a little busted up, but hanging in there, still bringing the fight.
Looks like Robles is looking to counter. Every time Gooch throws that jab, that's when Robles is trying to take his advantage. But Gooch seems, when he lands, he's stopping Robles from countering.
Yeah, Gooch doing a much better job this round, keeping that right hand high. You can see after every combo, he resets and puts that right hand right to his face. I bet you his corner, Julio Trano, probably made a note of it and told him to keep that right hand up. And it's paying dividends now, not getting caught too much. And he's starting to kind of tee off on John. John needs a look to try to counter him. Maybe score a takedown late in this round to try to steal it.
We're starting to see blood pouring from the bridge in both nostrils of Robles. You got to assume breathing is going to be a factor through that swollen nose.
Absolutely.
Head kick lands by Gooch.
Absolutely, he's handling it well with the amount of blood coming out of his nose right now.
His output's not slowing down at all, but that mouth is wide open.
Both men still light on their feet, showing both of them are in great condition for this fight.
Left hook again by Robles lands.
Yeah, good low high by Robles trying to mix it up. He needs to try to start walking forward, though. He's been backpedaling almost the whole round. If he's going to steal this round, he needs to probably act pretty soon.
Judging mixed martial arts isn't a perfect science. Oftentimes, the fighter moving backwards, whether they're winning or not, judges don't favor. Obviously, Gooch is being the more offensive fighter and the more effective fighter. Robles coming on, though, just as I say it.
John might have rocked him with that overhand right. Gooch seems to be a little bit wobbly, doing the smart thing here and tying him up, trying to recover. Great fight with these two right now. Good elbow over the top. Gooch just muscles him to the ground.
Both fighters just covered in John Robles' plasma. Oh,
again.
Fantastic overhand right lands by John Robles. I think I might have caught Gooch right in the eye.
John coming back. Two overhand rights landing.
And another one. Mouthpiece goes out. And Robles has Gooch hurt. Gooch tying up Robles, trying to get right. Mouthpiece still on the canvas.
Huge right hand knocks his mouthpiece out. Gooch again goes to try to ties him up, trying to recover. Gooch is hurt right now. These guys are...
And Gooch with a great takedown, catching Robles as he throws a knee. He needed that takedown.
Absolutely. John doing his best to finish him, but made a slight mistake, got caught off balance, ends up on his back. This is the best case scenario right now. This allows Gooch to recover.
10 seconds left. Gooch on top in a round that he was dominating thoroughly up until the closing 30 seconds when three overhand rights by John Robles completely swung the momentum in his favor.
What a fight, man. What a fight.
This fight is still anyone's.
I was giving Gooch the round clearly going into the last minute. John Robles lands these 3 huge right hands, knocking his mouthpiece out. And I thought he stole the round, but then he ends up finishes the round on his back. Even though Gooch didn't do any damage, he had the majority of the strikes in that round, and then he finished the round on top. Tough round again, but I'm almost leaning towards Gooch for doing more damage, but great hard by John. Bloody nose, bleeding everywhere. Look at that right hand right there, knocks the mouthpiece out, picture perfect.
You get bonus points for sending the mouthpiece flying.
Absolutely, the crowd loves it, the promoters love it. Great job by John coming back when he was losing the round decisively.
And Gooch doing the smart thing and closing the distance and clinching once he was hurt and ending the round on top. Anything can happen in this third round. 10 minutes down, 5 to go. And what's shaping up to be the fight of the night, and the crowd loves it.
Absolutely.
It is deafening here in the ballroom at the Commerce Casino in Commerce, California. Final stanza, Rob Gooch 3-2, John Robles 7-4. They shake hands.
Let's see if John goes for broke in this round. He knows he found a home with that right hand. Let's see if he continues with it. He had success early.
And we got to assume Robles is going to go back to that overhand right that treated him so well in round 2.
Yeah, and in contrast, Gooch needs to go back to the same thing that he was doing. Right hand high, keep your left hand up now and keep popping that jab.
There's that overhand right. There it is again. Gooch changes it up for the takedown. I was wondering if either fighter would shoot a takedown and try to throw the other guy off and look like a pure striking battle. Gooch was the first one to try to take advantage.
Yeah, Gooch felt that right hand, immediately shot in. John was able to stuff it. Now they're both working on the cage.
It's great timing. He got in so deep, but Robles just somehow able to keep those hips upright. Robles, the more mobile fighter, a lot of circling, a lot of head movement. Nice job by Robles.
While John's really throwing that right hand with bad intentions, seemed to land a kick. Maybe caught a little off balance. Neither fighter really hurt from it. Gooch seems to be more of the technician in the striking right here, and Robles seems to be more of the power puncher.
Yeah, Gooch a lot tighter, a lot more straight with his shots. Robles certainly shown he can be effective, though.
Good right hand right there for Gooch. Snuck it in.
Another overhand right by Robles.
Both guys still staying right on the corner, right on the edge of the distance right now for the range.
What is Gooch not doing that's allowing that right hand to continually find its mark?
He's just getting a little sloppy with it. He's dropping his left hand again. He's having success with his offense, but getting a little bit careless on his defense. But credit John on the offense as well. It's not that Gooch is making a mistake. It's just that John's doing a great job of finding an opening for that right hand.
Now it's the left hand by Robles that finds a mark, plus a jab. Gooch still stalking him down, though. Wild overhand right by Robles, just misses. Gooch responds to the right of his own.
Great heart by John, though. Again, landing that kick. You can see the redness on the outside of the left leg of Gooch.
Yeah, very low leg kick down on the calf as opposed to up on the thigh.
And those hurt. Not a traditional spot to land the leg kick, but believe me, those definitely hurt below the knee.
Left hook by Robles.
Good job changing levels. Good head movement out of John. John's starting to bring it.
A fantastic 2.5 rounds so far. Both fighters fighting like savvy veterans.
Absolutely. Fight of the night so far. That overhand just missing. Yep, curious to see as this fight starts to play out later third round, if either fighter trying to steal the round, maybe drop levels, shoot a takedown, steal the round. It's still so closely contested. Very hard to tell who's winning this last round.
Neither fighter's output slowing down at all. Cardio not a factor despite the damage and body shots both guys have taken. These bantamweights are still trucking away. 10 seconds remaining in what's been a fantastic fight between John Robles and Rob Gooch, and there's that double leg you spoke about.
Great job defending it.
Then goes for a guillotine.
Great fight.
And both fighters raise their hand as they should. Be proud of your performance, young men. Rob Gooch and John Robles. I just spit all over my paperwork. I was shouting.
I saw that, but it was worth it. What a fight out of these two, man. What heart out of these two. Great cardio, great technique.
Commerce Casino is on its feet and applauding. They're getting their money's worth here at Badbeat 15.
Crowd still chanting for both guys. Great show of respect. Yeah, John has a nasty cut right there on the left side, the bridge of his nose.
Massive, massive cut.
Still able to smile after a fight like that, though. Overhand that John seemed to find a home for the entire fight. There's a big one, knocked his mouthpiece out. Gooch showing heart, staying in there, and then clinching him up, doing the smart thing, crafty fighter. John pushing forward. Bad intentions in the look of his eyes. Great fight. Here's Joe Martinez with a decision.
And now, fight fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges one more time for the war inside the cage. Put your hands together for these 2 young professionals. And here are the judges' totals. Judge Ron McCarthy has it 30-27 for Gooch. Judge Gene LaBelle 29-28 for Robles. And Judge Doc Hamilton scores it 30-27. Your winner by split decision from Woodland Hills, Rod Gooch.
All right, I'm here with your winner. Rob, we've seen hundreds of fights in this Badbeat cage. That might have been the best one we've ever seen. How do you feel right now after such a hard-fought victory?
Like a fucking truck hit me. I feel amazing, man. You know, I trained hard for this fight. I know Robles is a tough son of a bitch. Acquaintance of mine, You know, I've known him around from different shows. I saw that he fought, and I liked his style. He came and he comes hard. So when I made the decision to drop down to 35, I didn't want no bullshit fighter. So when John was given to me, I said, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I trained hard, and it was a good show. I loved it.
A fantastic show, no question. You seemed like the crisper striker through the bulk of the fight, but in the second round, he landed some overhand rights that seemed to hurt you. How bad were you hurt in the second round?
No, he definitely rocked me, that's for damn sure. But, you know, my boxing instructor, he's a whopping 120 pounds, and I've never been hit harder than him, so I think I was well prepared for those shots.
Were you concerned when the scorecards were read, or did you know that you had the victory?
My respect to my opponent, but I knew that fight was mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a fantastic performance in your winner, Rob Gooch.
Hey, quiet down, quiet down. Just kidding, just kidding. First and foremost, I want to give it up for John for taking this fight and giving me a hell of a fight. Second off, I want to give a big shout out first and foremost to my beautiful wife, wherever she is. My beautiful mom, and then my GTA Saxons and Black House family.
All right, let's bring in John Robles. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for John as well. It takes two to tango, and that was a fantastic fight. John, that was an absolute war, one of the best fights we've seen at Bamma USA. How are you feeling right now after that war?
You know, for me, it's all about the performance, and if you guys had a good time, you know. I do this because I love doing it, and to hear you guys cheer like that is amazing, but, you know, I'm a little heartbroken to not walk away with the victory, you know. I love what I do, so it's back to the drawing board again, you know, but it's heartbreaking to work so hard and come up short.
I'm walking around the canvas, and it's like a murder scene in here. How do you feel physically? You took a lot of shots.
I feel great, but, you know, I came into this camp with a broken nose, and, you know, for the past couple weeks, it's started to heal, and, you know, obviously he opened it back up, and, you know, I had to dig deep. I knew I wanted to be here, and I knew that I didn't want to go away, and I felt like I had him a couple times, and it's hard to find that balance of going forward and not making a mistake. You know, it's one small step that can cost you the fight, so, you know, it's over and done with. I just got to pick up the pieces and move on. That's what I do.
I love that attitude. Thank you for that fantastic fight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both fighters, Rob Gooch and John Robles.